What is love?
Love is good.
Forgiving, being nice.
Putting the other person's needs in front of your own.
Having things in common.
Caring more about their happiness than your own.
You know, having the same goals. I love his hair. It's very spongy, like no matter how I try to get it to go somewhere, it always just bounces back. It's really fun.
I know she likes running her hand through my hair, like she likes how thick it is, and she always says she hopes that our kids have my hair.
And I love his muscles, of course, right? His bulging muscles. And I really like his, you know, pecs. They're really nice.
That's kind of it. That's all I got. No. She does like my chest. She thinks I'm a good pillow.
I just love his hands. They're just, I don't know, they're just the right balance of everything. And they're comfortable. Magic hands. Was that not appropriate?
For games.
And well, he loves my legs, for sure. He really loves my legs.
Or legs. She has really awesome calves. They are hot. Very nice.
They're good looking. Have you seen them? They're like Austrian weightlifter calves, and like, who wouldn't be attracted to those?
I like massaging them.
He likes to, you know, pet them and bite them. Edit that out.
Just feeling them up. My lot. How much are we editing?
Well, I love a lot of the general things, you know, I mean, aside from him being hilarious and generous, he's very thoughtful, but I feel like he has got his head on straight, and I don't think a lot of people do.
I mean, I think she thinks I'm funny, that I make her laugh. I don't get mad at her. And it's not because she isn't infuriating, just because I'm really nice.
Like, one of my favorite things about him is when we first started dating, we were talking about, like, you know, what made each other attracted to each other, why we liked each other. And I was expecting him to say, you know, like, you're cute and you're funny, you're easy to talk to. But the first thing he said was, you know, I noticed at, you know, ward activities, you were talking to all the lonely, weird people. And I just thought, you know, there's the girl I'd like to be friends with. And I just feel like boys don't notice those things usually. And I thought, that guy gets it. He gets what life is about, you know. It's about helping people, and not just the people that you like, you know. But I don't know. He's got a very kind, good heart. That's what I love.
She's got a good sense of humor.
I think he likes that I laugh at all his jokes. Someone has to, right?
She pretends I'm funny, at least, which is very important.
He likes how I talk to him, like when I'm emotional, you know. Like, other girls that he's had experience with don't really open up or can explain why they're feeling certain ways. And right away I talk to him because I can tell how it makes him feel, and I don't like to see him sad, so I like to tell him what's going on. And we're really good at communicating. I think he likes that about me.
Very level-headed, good, like, smart about money and relationships. Like, I think, knows what it takes to, you know, make a relationship work. So there's lots of stuff.
The Beast, because I had such a bad impression. No, probably Eugene from Tangled, because he's very sarcastic, but he's a big softie inside. That sounds right.
Rapunzel, because that's what her dad assigned her. That was her princess, was Rapunzel. So, and I guess I haven't thought too much about it, so I'll stick with Rapunzel.
My first impression of David was very bad. We were called to the same committee, and on our first meeting, he was super grumpy and angry and just kind of rude.
First impression of her was normal. She's probably told you hers. And I was really stressed out and not really paying attention to other things, so I don't think I thought much of either way, anything.
He rejected all of my really good ideas. Like, my ideas had the spirit behind them, you know, and I was trying to be thoughtful and think of other people, and he rejected a lot of them.
It was a really bad meeting. My co-chair showed up really late, and it was her last meeting, so we were supposed to have met before. I was in a bad mood. I was kind of stalling, and just generally grumpy.
I remember coming home and telling my family, I was like, I've been to 10 years of singles ward meetings, hundreds and hundreds of meetings, and that was by far the worst one I've ever been to. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought maybe he was like 24, 25 and not used to like running meetings or something. No, he's 30 and he was just having a really bad day. But the good thing is, that's the only time I've ever really seen him grumpy. So, you know, I think I just met him on his only grumpy day. It was a bad summer. I think he traveled a lot that summer, and I was trying to finish up school, and so I didn't go to a lot of activities, and so we didn't really get to know each other until the ward was having this bonfire. And I was kind of a little miffed because this other guy had been flirting with me, and then he just kind of rejected me, so I just was like, I'll go sit down by Dave. And we just talked the whole night, and he was super funny, and he was really easy to talk to. And I came home and I was like, remember that FHE co-chair that I had such a bad impression of? Like, he turns out to be my only friend in the ward. He's so great. So we just kind of built off of that magical bonfire.
We went to the Dodo, which is right by this park, and we had a nice meal, a good talk.
We just went on a walk afterwards, and we swung on the swings, and we just talked about life and old people, and we told funny stories, and we talked about being middle children.
She was not impressed with my doorstep scene.
At the end of the date, it was kind of awkward. It got really quiet, and he gave me a really awkward hug, and we both ran in separate directions, and I was like, what just happened?
It was just kind of a, well, see ya, kind of little hug and make a break for it. In my defense, I wasn't feeling well. Dodo didn't sit well, apparently.
That was the only time I ever felt like we had an awkward moment ever, so it was good. We went on a drive to the canyons, and I still was a little bit unsure. Like, I knew that I really liked him, but I thought maybe we weren't a great match. But we talked about a lot of things on that second date that made me realize that he was very different from everyone else that I'd met, and that I really liked him.
Just more like, important, like who you are, what do you know, life, outlook on life, that kind of thing. And realized that she could actually be a person I could see myself with.
He held my hand while we were walking around up at Silver Lake, and like, you know, angels started singing and a sunbeam came down. It was very magical.
I went back home and pulled out my pictures.
He showed me pictures that he'd taken on a trip to Guatemala, where he served at an orphanage. Personal trip for his 30th birthday. It was very smooth.
I knew she wouldn't be able to resist, and just kind of held her hand.
And then he kissed me, and it was nice.
I went for it. Paid off. I don't know, let's be honest, I usually black out when I go in for a first kiss, so I just know that it happened. I bought a journal, and I wrote on the first page a list of things I wanted to do with her, you know, for the rest of our lives, kind of a to-do list. So then I hole punch the rest of a hole through the rest of the pages and put the ring in there.
He did an excellent job. He was the best. It was New Year's Eve, my favorite day. We were doing a puzzle, which he'd gotten me for Christmas, and it was of boats, which I also love. And it was just the two of us, and he ran upstairs and he grabbed a present and he gave it to me, and he's like, "This is leftover from Christmas. Happy New Year's."
And she opened it and I tried to flip through the pages and almost lost the ring, and I had to stop her a couple times, make sure she read the first page.
It was a journal of all the dreams that he wanted to do with me the rest of our lives. And some of them were really funny and some of them were really sweet. And I gave him a hug and I told him thanks. And it was really special to me because I'd lost one of those journals when I moved from DC to Utah. And it was like 10 years worth of me filling in lifelong dreams. And he knew that, and he replaced it. And he was like, "Well, there's more, turn the page." And so I turned the page and he'd cut out a hole through the book and the ring was inside.
She was pretty excited. I got down on one knee, asked her if she would marry me.
And I said yes.
We smooched a lot, and then, yeah, went back to doing the puzzle.
I'm excited to just have a life with him. I'm excited to see what kind of husband he's like, and I'm excited to see him as a dad and have a big family. I'm excited to see him as a grandpa.
I know she'll be a really good mom. She loves her nieces and nephews. She's a really good aunt, and I think we're gonna be awesome parents.
I'm excited to just go through all the boring stuff in life with him and all the hard stuff and all the good stuff.
It'll be nice to wake up in the morning and see her.
I'm just excited for everything.